today's video, we are testing out and trying out the brand new Ccolor Cosmetics Neutrals Matte Shimmer Metallic and Glitter Palette. If you don't know what this is a dupe for, I think you're lying. No, just joking. This is actually a dupe or inspired by palette by Tati Beauty. Now, I'm well aware that Tati Beauty is no longer around, and I don't even know if you can even get your hands on this palette anymore. This is the OG. This is the day it launched palette, and I thought it would be fun to put them up together and see how they work out, and that's what today's video is all about. So if you're new here, welcome. My name's Rhonda, and over here it's a judgment-free, drama-free, stress-free zone where we're not trying to screw over any companies. We're just giving options in case you want this palette and maybe couldn't afford the palette or whatever it may be. Boom, we may have a dupe for you. That is all. Sometimes I want to sit here and be like, is it a dupe or just a waste of money? You see in the thumbnail I am comparing two palettes. Why would you even click on it if this is not your jam? I don't know. People be cray-cray out there. So anyways, we're here to put this $14 palette, which of course with code HOTMESS10 is going to save you 10%, so it's going to be under $14, up against the Tati Beauty palette that I don't even remember what I paid for it. Plus I paid for like overnight shipping so I could get a video out. It was like a whole shebang. It was really exciting though. But we are putting them up together. I'm also showing you all some new foundation that was sent over to me from Micello. I don't know, I struggle to say it, but I have been testing it out for you all. We are also using the new Blinged Brushes collection. This is the Ice Queen collection that is launching December 9th. Hopefully I'll have this video up for y'all so you can make sure to get the beautiful collection or pieces of the collection. Code HOTMESS is going to save you a 10% over there at Blinged Brushes. I'll have everything linked and listed for y'all. My battery is dying, so I'm going to hurry up through this, but I'm doing two different looks for you all. One is going to be a talk through look, and one is going to be this look that I created where I am just kind of zipping through it for y'all just so you can see. I really wanted to know this palette at the end of the day, see how it worked and everything. So if you're new here, this is a point in time in the video where you go ahead, you pause it. I'm going to zoom in on my eyeballs and you're going to let me know. The side with the good candle, which code HOTMESS will save you 15% over at the good candle. No, this is not a freaking infomercial, but I like to save money and hopefully you do too. If you want to pay full price, don't use a code. Don't use the link. Just you do you, boo. But anyways, what side is the Christmas Eve good candle? Is it the dupe side? Is it the Tati Beauty side? What is it? And let us know at the end of today's video, were you correct? So let's go ahead and find out. Is it a dupe or just a waste of money? I feel like a cheese ball. Okay, let's do it. All right, so before we jump into the try-on portion, I did want to talk real quick about the foundation that I'm wearing today. Y'all know YouTube reviews are my job, and as much as I love cream makeup, and I talk about it all the time, Michelio, I think is how you say it, actually sent over their 3 foundations. It's actually a kit. You can buy it individually. It's very, very affordable, or you can purchase the kit, and it comes in fair kit, light kit, medium kit, tan kit, and a rich kit. And in the kit will be 3 of these. Like I said, you can purchase them individually, but anywho's, I did pick out the light kit, and in all honesty, y'all know that I struggle with shade matching. So I actually do a little pump of each one. Do you have to? No, you don't. I could probably completely get away with just using this shade, which is buff beige, but I'm extra. So I mix them all together, and then for concealer, I use the lightest shade in this kit, which is in nude, and I just put that underneath my eyes. I have literally no concealer on whatsoever. It's very lightweight. It's a soft matte, but it doesn't suck any of the moisture out of my skin. It's been absolutely amazing. I've been testing it out for a few days now. It doesn't get dry underneath my eyes or anything like that. So I'll have a link down below for you all if you are interested. I would definitely recommend it. It is very nice, and a little information right quick about it. But it says that it aims to provide the absolute best foundation in cosmetics, and they're focused on creating a full coverage foundation that provides a preferred buildable coverage lasting all day without feeling or looking like it's heavy on the skin. 10 out of 10. I would totally agree with that whole statement. It does not look heavy. I don't feel it. It doesn't get too dewy. It doesn't get too dry. It's just been a perfect blend on my mature skin. And just for reference, I have normal to dry skin, and this has been absolutely beautiful. So if you're interested in trying it out, I will definitely have a link down below. Thank you to Miss Celio, I think is how you say it, for sending this over for me to try out. It definitely shocked me. It definitely surprised me, because you know your girl is a cream lover at heart. That's what I've been wearing for months now. But it's going to be fun to play around with different makeup. So okay, let's get into what you all are here for. The Neutrals palette up against the Tati Beauty palette. Now I know that the Tati Beauty palette is no longer available, so I felt like it would still be good to do Is It a Dupe or Just a Waste of Money with this, because if you weren't, you know, you didn't end up picking this up, you're still gonna have an option by picking up the Ccolor Cosmetics one. So you guys, as always, I forgot to put my phone on silent, but I am gonna insert some of the swatches that I did. I mean, y'all, you see, that's a lot. So put it times 2. That would be a ton of swatches. So I picked out some of the shades and I just went side by side, and you guys will be able to see in my clip that they are extremely similar. So this is what they look like side by side. This is the Tati palette. This is the Ccolor palette. Maybe it would be easier if I did those. There you go. So now the Ccolor Cosmetics palette is $14, and the Tati palette, well, as I said, is no longer available. So this is just going to be a really good option for you all. Just for reference, I did go ahead and prime my lids with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. Were y'all able to pick it up while it was on sale? I do have my blinged brushes. This is the Ice Queen collection. You can also pick up the bag and the brushes. I have been using these brushes, so some of them are dirty, so ignore that, but I have been using this one. It is the F52 brush. I use that to apply my foundation. I tried to clean it off so it didn't look too raunchy for y'all, but anyways, it applies absolutely beautifully. So before I jump into that, I'm a little rusty here. You guys are curious about the case. The Tati case is extremely heavy. It's like a heavy duty. The mirror is top notch. Now the Ccolor Cosmetics is in your standard type of cardboard packaging. It does have a very nice mirror on there as well. And then here's an up close of the actual palette. So you still have the exact same layout, same color story, everything as Tati's. So I'm actually going to go ahead and apply the Ccolor side on, this is my left side, I don't know what it is to you all, and hopefully I accidentally hit a button on my camera, so I'm really hoping that it didn't like mess the whole recording thing up. So you never know, it's always like a little surprise over here. Alright, so I'm gonna use the blinged brushes for this application. So we're gonna start off with this fluffy one. Now I do have a rag and if necessary some brush cleaner sitting here. This is just by Saint, it smells really good, but I will be cleaning them in between so I don't cross-contaminate. I'm gonna start off with the Row Tawny, and I'm gonna just use this in my transition shade. I'm gonna start with the matte, and it slowly like works its way up to light shimmers. I think Tati called some of them like sequins and everything. So right in the crease area, I'm just gonna tap, dab that right on. That is my little way that, hold on, get over here. But anyways, I do a little tap, dab, because I do have slightly hooded eyes, and I try and like look down and press in while I'm tapping before I do any type of swishing. And you can see just this one shade builds up absolutely beautifully. I am going to put a little bit of that underneath the eye. And then once I've built it up, I'm going to do itty bitty little circular motions and windshield wiper motions as well to just blend it out. I am going to jump over to Tati's palette, go in with a similar color called Soothe. Alright, so right off the bat, I feel like those are pretty doggone similar. If they're off, They're truly not off by much, so we love that. All right, next I want to go into the berry shades over here, which is called Wine in the Ccolor Cosmetics. I'm going to stick with the matte and probably like, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I never know. It's just, I kind of just do whatever the blinged brushes tell me to do. All right, because these things are freaking magical. I love them. I'm going to go in with the E54 brush. This is what it looks like. I do make sure to tap my brush because I am queen of heavy-handedness, and so I'd rather like build up the shade than try and figure out how to blend it out. Okay, so we got some pigmentation there. So I'm gonna just kind of focus this in the outer portion. Again, just doing more of a tap motion, looking down and then building up, and then by the time I get to the center, I drag it down to the inner corner. I'm going to take some, whatever's left, and put it underneath. Not all the way over, just kind of linking the outer and the... I like more, like I like berries, but I like more of like purpley blue berries. You know what I mean? I mean, the wine is pretty, but I feel like if you're not careful, if you're a tired mama, you're gonna accentuate some of those red tired eyes. I think that's why I really love like bluey undertone berries. Next, I'm gonna just go one up from that into, I think that this was where she was calling them the sequins, or maybe it was that, I don't know, but anywho, and you can see this one is really pretty. It's got the little shifty in there, like the little itty bitty teeny tiny like micro fine sparkles. So I'm gonna just stick with the same brush, and I'm not going to focus this in the total outer V. I'm going to focus it more like 3/4 of the way of the lid, and just real lightly buff it in there, just to give it just a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of sparkle, but not much. It's just gently going to pick up some of that shimmer. I mean, it's not going to be a revolutionary look, guys. You know, it's still going to be, you know, queen of neutrals over here. So doing the same thing, we're going to jump into the shade Poet and then work our way up to this next shade. Honestly, I feel like Tati's is a little different here. Undertone wise, it has more of that bluish undertone that I like. I don't know if you all can see, but this one has a little, just a smidge. I don't think it's insanely noticeable, but because I'm trying to be thorough on this review, there's just a hint of that bluish, I feel like, undertone, which I love. And it is a little bit more pigmented, I feel like. You're only paying $14 for the Ccolor. Actually less than that because of code HOTMESS10. So I still am liking it so far. And I do feel like Tati's formula is just a little bit softer, maybe? Alright, jumping into the next little shimmer shade and just patting that right on. I'm gonna do these two on the Ccolor side. Mix those two to kind of soften that up a little. This is my cheap version of blending, which I feel like that almost took it away. Let me add a little bit more of this in the crease. So I'm just adding just a hint of that wine back in because I kind of brushed it away a little bit. So mixing the exact same colors over here on Tati's side and lightly, I think I'm gonna go in on the Tati side and add a little bit. Let's go with this first right here, and then right in the center, some of that. Oh, who doesn't love sparkle? Let's jump back over to the Ccolor side. And does she remember what she just did? Shoot, I wish we had a replay. I think I did this, right? If not, well, YOLO. And then we're gonna go with this. Oh, you are gorgeous. Okay, so I put too much on there, and so it fell. That's okay. Shimmer, sparkle, all things glitter. We love it. Okay, let me go ahead. Let me add some more on the Tati side because I tell you what, the Ccolor came in hot. Okay, now I just dropped it on that side down. So we gonna be a glitter queen today. All right, I'll be right back. I mean, I think personally, the only thing I could probably even minutely, is that even a word, complain about is the fact that the glitter fallout was real. So real bad. I didn't finish that sentence. So my thought on that is if you have glitter glue, or even I've seen people take their lash glue and put it down and then pack the glitter on there, I think you'd be fine. I did go a little ham sandwich when I was pressing it on as well. I probably should have used a makeup brush to apply it, but I've always kind of just done it with my finger with the Tati palette. I have fallout on the Tati side, but it's definitely more on the Ccolor Cosmetics side. Hey friends, so hopefully you're still with me on look 2. So we're going to go ahead, start off with the Ccolor Cosmetics palette. Now you know I'm not a fan of orange shades, but like I told y'all in the beginning, I really just wanted to get to know this palette, play around with it, and really truly compare it to Tati's palette. So as you're going to see here, it kind of looks like it's a little bit on the patchy side, but honestly, I feel like if I did a little bit more tappity tap taps and dabbity dab dabs, I could have gotten more of a cohesive, less patchy type of look with it. Now you're going to see I kind of did the exact same thing over here on the Tati side, achieving the exact same look. Then we're going to jump back over to the Ccolor Cosmetics side, and I am going to use that beautiful deep chocolate shade. It does have a name, but I don't have the palette in front of me, so you get what you get. So I just took that and just focused it more in the crease and then kind of connected it to the bottom, and then I jumped over to soften everything up with this really pretty cream vanilla shade. I put it over on the brow bone underneath and did the exact same thing on Tati's side to achieve similar looks as on the Ccolor Cosmetics side. So jumping back into the Ccolor Cosmetics side, I really wanted to try that shimmer shade. It was absolutely gorgeous. It gave the most beautiful, smoky, sexy eye look. I like to go in with a little bit of a lighter color to calm it down, because as y'all know, like, I don't typically use black shades like that. So putting that shade over it was just the perfect combination for me. And then of course I'm going to jump right over to Tati's palette and do the exact same thing. It's just gonna be you and me, hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da, making our Christmas memories. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to do multiple looks with these palettes. Why? Because I felt like just doing one look with this palette wasn't enough, and I wanted to use all of the mattes in here to really kind of get a feel for the Ccolor Cosmetics palette. I went ahead, I stuck with the same side as far as creating this, and of course that was more of like a voiceover, quick through, what have you. I wanted just to be able to give you guys a better review and thought on this palette. So like I told you all, the retail value of this palette is $14, and it's going to be less than that with code HOTMESS10. And I feel like, I don't do fast math, but I think that's what, $12.80, something like that. I feel like for that price, it's definitely a good palette. Now, as always, when I do, is it a dupe or just a waste of money, I always try to stress to you all, we're not trying to ever dupe the formula. We are just trying to, you know, dupe the look. Can we create same or similar, darn near spot on looks with the palette. Now for that, I would say absolutely. I mean, you all saw with the berry shades, you saw with more of this like smoky orangey shade, we were definitely able to create a cohesive look where I was talking to my 16-year-old yesterday, and maybe I'll insert the clip, but I'm like, do you see a difference in the eyes? The eye color. Mom, I'm colorblind. Fun fact, yes. 2 out of 3 of my children are colorblind, and it's not the usual. It's normally it's all males, but nah. My kids were like, hold my beverage. So anyways, I was like, okay, no. Let's not focus on the color. Just do they both look the same? And my kid was like, well, yeah. So I don't know, I may not put the clip in because they said after the fact they were really embarrassed. Then of course asking my husband, he didn't notice a difference either. And I don't feel like, honestly, I don't think you can really notice a difference as far as that goes. But I do feel like when you are putting these palettes up against each other, you are gonna feel the difference as far as the formula goes. The only thing I can say with this one is, because it is a bit more powdery, maybe, I don't know the correct terminology for that, but if you're not careful, you can buff color away, which you saw, which I kind of added in throughout this whole try on. So I don't think it's a bad palette. I don't think it's a bad formula. It's great, it's affordable, and if you love the color story of the Tati Beauty palette that is no longer available, this is going to be a great palette to have. I will say, as far as the glitter went, I think that the best way to apply this glitter would more than likely be with using your eyelash glue or a glitter glue, because as you saw with the berry shades, when I applied the glitter and everything, I did have a lot of fallout, more so on the Ccolor side than the Tati side, but I still had fallout with the Tati side. So I think that if you want to wear the glitter and everything like that, it would probably be best like wearing it with a glitter glue, just to kind of help everything adhere a little bit more. Now me, I personally love glitter, shimmer, and all things sparkle, so I don't really care if my cheek is sparkling, you know. So anyways, real quick, don't forget, hopefully I'll have this video up for you all, but the blinged brushes, you all saw me use the new Ice Queen collection with the blinged brushes, and I flippin' love them. I mean, I know that you don't, like, not everybody wants every single collection, but y'all, I love the blinged brushes. Like, I love that I am filling my brush collection up with the blinged brushes. The way that they work amazingly, like, no issues whatsoever. December 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the Ice Queen collection does release. Code HOTMESS is going to save you 10% over there at Blinged Brushes, and I think that they would make excellent gifts. Nice thing with blinged brushes is if you don't want to buy the entire collection, you can buy different sets. Some you can purchase singles, so I would definitely recommend looking into them. Perfect for the holidays. I absolutely love them. One of y'all said, oh my gosh, it reminds me of like Cinderella, and I'm like, oh my, yes. The blue is just a beautiful blue, and I've got now 3 of the collections thanks to blinged brushes, but I use, typically this one is the one that I use, and then this one is back here for decor purposes, but I use them all the time. I've washed them, no issues. The stones don't come off, nothing. It is just a wonderful brush collection. So as far as, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, Mixilio, or I feel like somebody is going to correct me, and you know what, here's the thing with me, I'm dyslexic, and unless it is like tick tick tick, you know, like spelled out in a way that I can read it, because the way I see it is the way I read it. So to me it's Mike Cello. whatever. Anyways, as far as this foundation goes, I have been testing it out and I actually really love it. As much as I love cream products, if you are looking for a good foundation and you don't want cream, I actually think this is going to be a really good option for you all. It is a buildable, breathable feeling type of foundation. I feel like it definitely gives me the fuller coverage that I definitely enjoy because I do have hyperpigmentation, and I actually still keep mixing all three of the shades together and use the lightest shade under my eyes as a concealer, and it doesn't get heavy underneath the eyes or anything. So I will have a link down below if you want to check this foundation company out. I would definitely recommend it. I know not everybody is into the cream products like your girl, but if you want a good foundation, definitely make sure to check them out. I will have everything linked and listed down below for you all for direct purchase. If I can make it an affiliate link, you know your girl's gonna do that. And if you do use my links or codes, thank you guys so much. I definitely appreciate it more than you know. And a huge shout out and thank you to all of our YouTube members. You guys don't have to help support the channel, but you choose to, and I appreciate you all. We are growing and it is so exciting, and I just thank you all. I'm the worst at words, but thank you. So anyways, check me out on my other channels. I finally got content over at Hotmess in the Kitchen. It is quick, it is easy, and it is, Mama don't like to cook, but I gotta feed this crew. So it's quick dinners and budget friendly, I feel like, too. I also have another channel. I have 3 total. Hotmess Momma vlogs, where I do a lot of plus size curvy girl fashion hauls over there. I'm doing weekly try on hauls over there. So definitely join the fam bam there. And I am on Instagram and TikTok at hotmessmomma04. And until next time, you think it was a Monday, I promise it's not. I'm a little rusty. Anyways, until next time, as always, kisses from Kentucky. Mwah! Bye, friends. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the